Hey guys, so this is kind of new for me. I'm sorry if the lighting is not ideal. I don't actually have any sort of video camera set up. This is literally my Surface camera, my Windows Surface camera, recording this right now. So, apologies if everything doesn't look really good, but I wanted to make a brief video on everything that's happened a bit with Instagram so far. So, some of you follow me on Twitter, some of you follow me on Facebook. I'm RudeOnion on both. If you're new here and you want to follow me on either one, it's totally cool. But on Instagram, I am Kovitlac, K-O-V-I-T-L-A-C. Don't ask where I came from, it's another story. But anyway, I've been running my Instagram for a while, and when I initially started, it was mostly just my own personal photos. One of the classes that I took when I went to college was digital photography and then advanced digital photography, both of which I really, really enjoyed. And I am no big photographer by any means. It's very, very, very amateur. But I really enjoyed it. So, I continued taking pictures, as an adult. And when I graduated from college, my parents bought me a DSLR camera. And I actually haven't used it now for a while, but it's shameful. I know, I feel horrible. But anyway, that's what I started out with posting pictures of on my Instagram. Also some travel pictures. I've been on a few cruises to the Caribbean with my family. I've been to Shanghai and Beijing with my family. So a lot of photos, mostly just with my cell phone, but a lot of photos like that went up on my Instagram as well. So this is what my Instagram was for. When I started my whole weight loss process 2 years ago, which I will put a video on that at some point. It's going to be a little bit though. I started posting progress pictures, like direct comparison pictures. By this point, I've reached 75 pounds down. When I started posting on Instagram, it's probably like 60 to 65 pounds down is when I started posting. And I had a really good response. People were really encouraging. People were telling me I looked great. That goes for complete strangers on Instagram as well as family and friends, co-workers, people who have followed me for years on Twitter and my Facebook, all telling me that I looked really, really good and that they were proud of me. And yeah, it was really, really heartwarming. So, if you're one of those people who noticed my pictures and said, hey, congratulations, I know that kind of stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it was people like you who got me through the last 2 years of my progress. But anyway, one day, just a couple weeks ago, I posted one of my more dramatic transformation pictures, in my opinion anyway, one of my absolute favorite ones, only to receive just promptly the next day a takedown notification from Instagram. Essentially, it was talking about how it was flagged and reported for apparent self-harm, and that self-harm and suicidal tendencies and stuff like that are not allowed to post pictures of that on Instagram. Okay, so I get that. I'm not opposed to that being in their policy at all. I also think it's fair to take down photos that encourage illegal activities, what have you. I feel like it would be a liability to Instagram to keep those kind of pictures up. I don't have a problem with that. What I did have a problem with was that Instagram removed my picture where I had been previously obese, 195 pounds, and I'm only 5'4", and I'm getting to healthy weight, 120 pounds, with a BMI of like about 21 to 21 and a half, something like that. It fluctuates a little bit, every day, but right around there. That was flagged for self-harm. It was apparently reported by who, I don't know. Probably somebody who does not follow me. Or most likely they were just jealous, honestly, and I'm not going to be the kind of person who writes off anybody who has any sort of criticism as, oh, you're just jelly. I think that's kind of popular to go, I don't want to go there. But, in all likelihood, what else could it have been? Because I don't feel like you could look at that photo and think, oh, this girl is starving herself to death. There's healthy body fat here, So everybody I've showed to, everybody I've showed this picture to, everybody that I talked to about this, including friends, family, coworkers, strangers on Instagram and Twitter, were all baffled by this, like completely and honestly baffled that Instagram came to this conclusion. The way I see it, there are kind of two explanations as to what happened. So, well, somebody reported me. Either way, I don't think Instagram is following my channel or Instagram, but if they are, hi. Instagram receives this report, and it was either from, one person or many people. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter. But either they looked at it and thought, yes, this person is clearly self-harming themselves and we need to get rid of this content on Instagram right now. Or, I'm thinking more likely, it triggered an automatic response. So maybe I had a whole bunch of people reporting it because they were jealous or whatever. And it triggered something on Instagram's end that their programming for some reason allows, which is horrible way to run things, I feel, that just automatically went through and triggered. It's like, oh, okay, this person is probably hurting themselves if there's, 20 people reporting them. Remember, my channel is not very big, I'm used to saying my channel. My Instagram following it's not that big. It's grown a lot because of this whole thing. But when it started, I was like at maybe 130, maybe, followers. Like, I mean, it's nothing on Instagram. Again, Instagram, why would you do it that way when you know that in today's world people will leverage this? They will use this. There are people with massive followings who will send out their followers to mass report something just because they don't like it. And if that would just automatically trigger something like this to go through, that's a horrible way to do it. Like, how can you not fathom this happening? It just seems so bizarre to me. My feelings when I first received this notification was, I was pissed, guys. Like, I was genuinely pissed. I'm like, how dare you belittle this progress of mine? I mean, it's one thing to not receive a lot of feedback about it, which I have, so I'm not talking to myself or talking about myself here. But I mean, it's one thing to, put yourself out there and you don't really receive a whole lot of attention for it. That's fine. It's another thing to put out genuine progress that you've had with changing your body, something that is insanely hard to do, and most people will fail at least a number of times before it really succeeds. It's like quitting smoking. To make this kind of progress on it and then have Instagram basically say, you're hurting yourself, here's a hotline that you can call to receive help. What the fuck? Like, honestly, it made me so mad. And it was so bizarre because when I was obese, I never really received very much in the way of shaming. My doctor never said anything. I had family kind of say, like, well, if you want to lose weight, you can go for a walk with me and stuff like that. You want to cut back on the Cheetos there, lady? Like, nothing like that from friends. And I'm not blaming anybody. I mean, this is completely, totally on me. I'm not blaming friends or family for letting me get to the point where I was obese. But I just never received... There was, like, one guy in college who would just randomly call me Elephant. I don't even remember his name. It was kind of weird, and at the time, I'm just like, okay, so I'm bigger, but I didn't receive any sort of, criticism or anything on my body when I was obese. And then I slimmed down. And again, completely honest, for the most part, everybody has been awesome and accepting and supportive and encouraging. Except for Instagram. And apparently the person or people who reported me. This whole thing started building up a little bit of momentum when Alan from Every Damn Day Fitness posted about it in his story on Instagram. And he included a small bit about me in a video of his, which I will link down below. If you don't watch Every Damn Day Fitness, you definitely should. I mean, whether you're really trying to lose weight or not, the guy is entertaining as hell. So I would recommend watching him. He has no tolerance for, like, what he likes to call, like, fat logic. The whole, I can't lose weight, or you shouldn't lose weight, or girl, you should just slay, queen, slay, and, all that kind of weird sort of stuff. So, Anyway, he covers, a variety of topics about fitness, about like kind of fake fitness people in the sense that they actually promote very, very dangerous activities, and they're like, yeah, this is what you have to do to get pumped and to get guns and to, So I also tagged a couple other people in there as well, but those are the two that, kind of made comments, and they're like, really, what the hell? Like, they removed this? Like, this is, what? I had also posted about it on Twitter, which is actually how I got contacted by a local news station who wanted to run like a little segment, do a little bit of filming. And that was a lot of fun. Soon after that went up, I actually got a message, also via Twitter, or at least it was actually through Facebook, but it was through my RudeOnion Facebook page. So I think they found me on Twitter and they messaged me on Facebook. It actually turned out that the local news girl did message me on Twitter, but it didn't show up. Like, Twitter's kind of weird about its DMs, and I don't always see them, so if you do DM me and I don't ever reply, I apologize, probably because I never replied. A lady from Yahoo reached out to me and said, hey, I've seen this thing on Twitter, and I think this is, like, you should, I want to talk to you and get the story between, like, what your weight loss and kind of what all happened between you and Instagram and stuff. So I was like, okay. At this point, I still haven't heard anything back from Instagram. I was under the impression that I was never going to hear anything back, because by this point I'd actually talked to a number of people, mostly, a lot of them being comments on my Instagram from people who found me through Every Damn Day Fitness, but also on the comments for the video itself that went up, Alan's video. There were people talking about how their photos were removed, fitness photos, including pictures that aren't even weight loss. It's just a woman. There's one of a woman just looking fit in a swimsuit, and that got deleted. And I'm talking fit, I'm not talking eating disorder, restriction eating disorder, anorexia. I mean, none of that. I've never actually seen a photo of somebody that I genuinely thought looked extremely unhealthy, thin-wise. Okay, the opposite side of the spectrum is on Instagram all the time, but I'm talking this side of the spectrum, the thinner side of the spectrum. I've never actually heard of somebody who's genuinely very, very, very underweight getting their photos taken down. It's been some fitness models or Instagram models that call themselves fitness models, or weight loss photos of just your average people. I think one of them was Morgan Losing, I think was her Instagram handle. One of her photos got moved, and I think this was a while ago. It was just a news article that came up when I was looking up all this stuff. Hers got taken down, and I don't think she ever heard back anything from Instagram. So, anyway, this article went up, and I talked a little bit about, how it's insane that people, all these people's photos are being removed for reasons that I can't understand, and that are never actually explained by whoever removed them on Instagram or reported them. I even talked to one person who said that they've reported Nazi-affiliated content on Instagram, and then received a message back from Instagram saying, this doesn't violate our policy, so we're not going to take it down. But this gets taken down. I don't understand. Like, Instagram, help me understand. Like, what is your thought process here? Because I would like to know. Sorry, insane moment. I'll continue. So, one thing I noticed was at the end of the article, the Yahoo article, at the very end, they say that they reached out to Instagram for comment and got a hold of an Instagram spokesperson who said that the photo, my photo, was removed in error and that it has since been restored. This was never conveyed to me at all by Instagram. I never received any sort of notification saying, hey, your photo's back up, or no explanation as to why it was taken down, really why it was taken down, or how it was taken down. I wouldn't have known about it at all until I read that part of the Yahoo article. And then I scrolled down, I saw, oh, well, holy crap, the picture is back. The picture is there with my original description and tags and everything. I've since added an edit saying, apparently this picture has been restored. I didn't know. nobody told me except for the article that that was about this whole thing. Instagram never talked to me at all about it, so yeah. Whatever. I'm not gonna let this go. It's not just me by far being affected. So many other people have been affected, so much more. People who are still on their weight loss journeys and might feel incredibly discouraged about having, losing 100 pounds. Maybe they have 50 or 70 pounds left to go, and they receive this kind of notification, like that could just be devastating to somebody. And if you're getting if you're working towards a healthier body, you have no reason to be ashamed of your body. I just find it so incredibly insane that Instagram is happy to, and this is going to sound bad, so I want to phrase this the best way possible. I have a lot of friends and family who are overweight. I have friends and family who are obese, and I love them. I want to be there for them should they decide that they want to lose weight. And if they don't want to, I'm not going to force them. I mean, they don't have to. I would love to see them live forever because, again, I love them very much. I want them to be around forever. I want them to be happy with their bodies. And some of them probably are really happy with their bodies, and some of them probably aren't. And I want to be there to provide advice, encouragement, tips and tricks, just support if they decide to get healthy. So when I say this, what I'm going to say, it's not because I have some sort of strong dislike or hatred of people who are larger. I was there. I know it sucks. Even though I was pretty healthy at the time and didn't face a lot of what somebody who was like morbidly obese or something, would experience. This is coming from a place of just genuinely not understanding Instagram's take on this. So you have people posting on Instagram who are maybe 400, 500 pounds, posting pictures and videos of them eating. And obviously everybody needs to eat. I'm not saying, well, if you're morbidly obese, you should starve yourself until you're skinny and that'll work out great and nothing bad could ever come of this. But posting pictures of and videos, I mean, this is, this kind of content is posted on YouTube too, but since this is mostly about Instagram, that's what I'm going to keep it mostly centered on. But they take absolute pride in being morbidly obese or overweight. And again, I don't think really anyone should be body shamed, but let's take somebody who is anorexic is not a body type, but somebody who is extremely thin, malnourished to the point where, anybody would look at them and think, they would think, anorexic. Like, let's take somebody posting a photo like that. We're not even going to talk about mine right now. We're talking about somebody like that, posting that on Instagram. That would probably be removed. Let's look at the side of the spectrum. You have somebody like Tess Holiday, who is like 350 years old. I'm not sure. Don't Google video. I don't know what you like. But, eating like a ton of food, forming a lifestyle and a following and funding her life through being morbidly obese. I feel like if you allow one, you should allow the other one. It just seems very, very hypocritical not to. Nobody would say that somebody who is anorexic or, some other restricted based eating disorder is healthy. But you have people falling over themselves to say that somebody is morbidly obese and healthy. Neither are healthy. And then to throw mine in there, my absolute healthy weight loss, healthy BMI, like I said, about 21 or so. I can't even form words right now about how hypocritical it feels that, the woman who's super, super skinny, her photo would be taken down, and then my photo is taken down, and this very, very large is not. And it's just, and I'm not saying that they should be taken down, but if you're going to take these down, then I feel very hypocritical to not take this, or at least it's socially acceptable to encourage somebody to essentially reduce themselves to death. But it is not, but it's totally cool, or at least Instagram finds it totally cool to belittle somebody's progress on making themselves popular. I'm sorry if my thoughts are all over the place. Like I said, I am not used to making videos like this, but I just felt like, I'm proud of my progress, despite what Instagram says. I'm proud of my progress. My friends, family, people who matter to me, they are proud of my progress, and I appreciate their support in every way. But I just felt it was important to come out with a video, and I wanted it to be an actual video of me, because I've never done this before, and you know what, I just want to, I don't know, I feel like it's time that a lot of you, saw me and saw my progress, especially when I've barely been posting at all on YouTube over the last 2 years. Sorry. I hope that my story wasn't too jumbled, it wasn't too all over the place. If it was, tell me. You can criticize this video. I'm okay, that's the only way it's gonna get better. Maybe I'll do some more vlogs like this in the future. Maybe I'll create a whole new channel to focus more on what I did to lose my weight, if you guys would like to know. Disclaimer, I am not a fitness person. I actually would not consider myself fit at all, because I really don't exercise. I go on walks and play Pokemon Go. That's my exercise. I'm not a fitness person at all. I'm just your average Jane who decided that she was sick of being obese and just wanted to lose weight. Mostly, almost 100% through diet alone. So if that's something that maybe you guys would be interested in, let me know. Maybe I'll form sort of a new channel-ish. Not completely neglecting RudeOnion's channel. That's still something I want to continue with, even though I don't think it's ever going to be updated as often as it used to be, just because I've been focusing on myself more. In the meantime, you can definitely follow me on Instagram, because that's where I post a lot of screenshots of things that people have kind of said to me, and my weight loss photos, my transformation photos, all that sort of stuff. I talk more often about the whole weight loss photos thing. But I do post gaming content and stuff as well. I have a lot of pictures of my bookcase items of nerddom, as I like to call it. But, for kind of a variety of stuff, you can feel free to follow me on Instagram. You could also always follow me on Twitter if you don't already, or on Facebook. I'm RudeOnion on Twitter, RudeOnion right now on YouTube, RudeOnion on Facebook, Covitlak on Instagram, and I actually have both on Tumblr. I have a RudeOnion Tumblr, and I have a Covitlak. So, I know I'm all over the place. I have no idea who I am. My identity disorder is real. If people seem to like this, I'll look at investing in an actual camera and tripod and find more interesting backgrounds, maybe my bookshelf, all this sort of stuff. I'll play around with that a bit if this is something that you guys would like to see more of. If you don't, that's totally cool, you can tell me. This has been kind of soothing to talk about it a little bit, and I definitely appreciate you guys listening. So, thank you for hearing me out, and I hope to see you guys around. Bye. Say bye, Skittles. I don't. It's there's a